This town home spec inspection, you're doing an inspection here on this unit number 1 in building I. Here on Pearl Street condo. Actually, it's a townhome. Okay, big difference. So if you own it all the way up, nobody's below you, it's a townhome. Much better deal. Okay, so anyway, this is an ASHI inspection. ASHI is the American Society of Home Inspectors. A copy of ASHI Standards of Practice is given with the home inspection contract and is the contract. So the purpose of the inspection is to make sure you're not buying into any major electromechanical structural problems that may dissuade you from buying the property. The outside should be the responsibility of the homeowner association. So you need to check their paperwork. They got the articles of incorporation, bylaws, and covenants. Okay, called governing documents. And you have a board of directors and all that fun stuff. And they should have done a reserve study on this. See how much money they need in reserve to run this place. So I'm going to do a little bit on the outside, although this is HOA stuff, and we're going to take a peek, see how things are going out here. Okay, you got virtually a maintenance-free building here. This is hardy board siding, which is a concrete siding. Now, the only reason to have to paint it is for cosmetic reasons. So there's really not too much to do here except paint this and replace the roof. Okay, and water the grass. So hopefully there's not a pool here. Other than that, looks good. Your AC, I'm guessing this is yours. You need to cut these branches off the HOA. Off the compressor here. It won't run right. You need to cut this all off. You need a foot clearance around here so it can properly breathe right. So heads up on how these townhomes work. You have a homeowners association run by a bunch of volunteer HOA board members, usually 5. And they're supposed to get a reserve study done. They analyze the property, how much it's going to cost to fix and replace the gutters, the roof, paint, maintain the concrete, the water bill, the pool bill, all the maintenance items. They come up with a magical number, a reserve number, how much money's supposed to be in reserves to replace the roof when it gets worn out another every 15-20 years, and paint it, and water bill, cut the grass, and then that's what they adjust your HOA fees according to the reserve study. Okay, that's how it works. So you might want to check the study, because you're becoming a member, or you're becoming a business member with an unknown entity, a homeowners association. Okay? Like you're missing a screen there. These screens are ready to be replaced anyway. They're pretty well beat up and damaged. Bird's nest right there. These screens need to go. These some new screens. And also, I forgot to mention, not only cutting the trees off there, the vegetation off your AC compressor here. You know, this thing is not level. This thing needs to be leveled back up. Almost needs to be perfectly level for it to run right. And then when they start washing away, they start pulling on your refrigerant lines here, and they can break. It's your electrical breaker box. It looks pretty good. Doesn't look like there's been any homeowners in here. Got 125 amps coming in. You throw that to the left, shuts off the power. Got some room for extra electrical if you need it. Wires the right size breakers, proper breakers. So I don't see any issues here at all. Should be good to go. And the screen's ready to fall out there. It's constantly dripping on here. See how it's rotting out down. That trim board there is not hardy board. That's just cardboard, and that will rot out. Then you multiply this by all these HOA or all these units, and you come up with thousands of dollars worth of damage for absolutely no reason except that this drip edge flashing should have been protruded out a little bit more so it doesn't drip on there. And or trim should have been hardy board, concrete board. Like you got a little just patched up caulk and rot underneath your deck here too. This is all HOA. It's not done right. The gutter's leaking right here. It's frosting up. It's going to be a pile of ice and snow here, and it's rotting out the siding and the trims. I don't know what's going on with the front door here, but it certainly doesn't help the value of the property being that paint or not painted, and the doorbell doesn't work. Looks like this is just a rubberized paint coating over top of wood here. See like ponding water and it's leaking underneath. It's probably time to have these resurfaced too. Got a leak underneath the sink. I don't know where it's at here, but there's a leak underneath here. Get a plumber to fix it for you. I picked up a little monoxide coming out of the front of your whatever this is fireplace here. That ain't even close to being good, guys. So, and I can smell it. So you need to have this really checked out. Okay, you got a major leak here. That pipe, probably just a connection, but that's been leaking for years. On down here to this pipe, that's mold there, that black stuff. See it? Yeah. So the problem is it might have rusted out the bottom of your $1,000 hot water heater. So you're gonna have. So
what is this? Isn't this supposed to be a little
drain to drain it out?
It's not
high enough.
It's not even fucking draining.
It's not. You're on camera now. Yeah. So down here in the furnace room, you're probably wasting, oh, I don't know, half of your heat down here blowing out the thing because it wasn't sealed right. See it blowing out, blows your air conditioning. Big hole back there. You actually see it turning brown, different colors from the mold growing back there. You got major rust stains here in your furnace here. This is a high efficiency furnace, and your condensate system is leaking in here, needs to be repaired also by an HVAC pro that's familiar with high efficiency furnaces, okay? And you can hear how noisy it is. That could have ruined your fan bearings in there that are spinning the fan. You need to put a real filter in here and get your ducts cleaned. I don't know how dirty that is. It's major dirty. So you need to have this furnace clean, serviced, and certified, and you figure out that major rust stain in there. It still could be leaking when we run the furnace. We'll have to figure that out when we get there. You got mold growing underneath there from the water constantly leaking for like a million years. See it? That needs to all be torn out.
That insulation needs to come out.
There's a big gaping hole back there that's leaking right there. It's just pouring out of there on your furnace here. I don't know how these pipes are going to keep from freezing down here in the closet. Frost-free spigot handle is broken off here in the garage. That's your major water shut-off and a yellow handle way in the back. I don't even know if you can get to it. A bunch of leaks here in the garage. This was a rental, and hopefully there's not any mold up there. I don't know. Garage door's all bent up, man. Yeah, this thing is off track, man. You're gonna have to get this fixed. You're gonna have to line this. Something's off here. And you got a broken window here. The retaining tracks are coming out, and you got a broken deal there. Yeah, this tile's coming out. I pushed it back in. You need to pull this tile out and make sure there's not issues. Probably need to pull a bunch of these tiles out, about 6 to a half a dozen of these out. See what's going on here, glue them back in, and then regrout. And then you need to fix this mold here coming in, leaking from the shower curtain. Right. You don't have a drain for your pan for underneath your washing machine. And then you need to change your washer hoses out that are probably leaking. That's why they stuffed them in there. That is nasty. Stainless steel hoses for that. Got some more leaking in the master bath, I guess. Yep. Underneath the linoleum here. Yeah, the hardware is broken on this window upstairs too. It doesn't even close. You can see the daylight in there. I can't get it to close either. No screen either. A track for your, should have put a track back in when they put the carpet in. I mean,
could have easily fucking stuck a vacuum in there.
You don't have any, you need to clean your ducts out. Theirs are almost blocked with dirt. Major leaking underneath the sink. You got mold growing underneath here too. Wow. The attic looks pretty good except you got disturbed insulation. Somebody walking around up here, as you can see. Need to fill in those voids. Other than that, this attic's awesome. That's pretty much the conclusion of the inspection here on I-1 here on Pearl Street here, townhome. That's it.